Hello and welcome to Terry's vlog. We've been tagged, Ant RC has been tagged by Sean's RC Adventures. So Andrew has done his vlog. If you haven't seen it, check it out. So now it's my turn. If you hadn't guessed already, Ant RC is Andrew and Terry. So there's two of us. About me and my hobbies outside of RC. Well, motorbikes is a huge thing. It's got less of a huge thing as time's gone on. I'll explain why. But I started riding motorbikes when I was 3.5, and motocross, off-road, that kind of thing. And that then transferred into road bikes. I had, you know, for a period of about 12 years, sports bikes, sports 600s. And that's how I met Andrew, funnily enough. The Ace Cafe in North London. If you haven't heard of it, check it out. It's an old transport cafe that then turned into a rockers kind of place, which was pretty cool, and it's been rebuilt in the 90s, I think it was. Andrew and I were on a bike forum. We got together on a bike meet, a group of us, and Andrew and I just hit it off. We've been friends since, well, a long time. So I was 20 when I met him, so 16 years, because I'm 36 now. So that's a while. We've lost touch here and there, but last few years we've got back into, back in touch with each other, and a great friendship has developed out of that. I've now sold my much loved ZX6, and I do admit to crying when it went, and the reason why I sold it really was because I was riding too fast. I did various track days, riding to Europe, MotoGP tracks to watch the GP, and yeah, just riding too quick, and it was gonna, motorbikes are dangerous anyway, but if you have a sports bike, it's difficult to ride it slowly because they're not meant to be ridden slowly. So I loved my ZX6, my favourite bike ever. It was a black ZX6 636 C6F. Bit of a mouthful. I'll put some pictures up of it anyway. So that was my main love. But I had it when I got married in 2014, and I didn't sell it because of that. I sold it really because of just going too quick, and I just needed to back off. So, and my daughter came along. I've got an amazing little girl called Mia. She's 2.5, who is an absolute angel. I love her to bits. And the most important thing, right, ever, I think, is family. My wife and my daughter come first for everything. So the bikes took a bit of a backward step. And also, being a dad, you kind of, responsibility kicks in. You sit there and you realise that, more people are depending upon you. You can't just, go out and do what you want. So I've had lots of good times, but I've still got a bike. So after the ZX6, I bought a Yamaha XT660X, which is a supermoto, and then now I've got a Kawasaki 650 Versus, the ugly bug thing. Good bike, good fun, just a little bit slower, a little bit more comfortable. So that was pretty cool. I enjoy riding it, but I don't ride very often because, again, having a little girl, time's quite tight. So RC takes over that hobby most of the time. So yeah, the other hobby I've got is guitars. I started playing guitar when I was 11, and by the time I was kind of 15, 16, I probably was at my peak because I was at school, played every night, 2 or 3 hours a night, really dedicated to it, absolutely loved it. And then I left school, went to work, and found a pub. The rest is history. But I got as good as I was gonna get, and I still play every now and again, but I haven't played for a good couple of years. I pick guitars up every now and again and have a bit of a jam, but nothing serious. And Andrew wanted me to play on this video because he played the drums, and that was just not going to happen. What I will do is I will put up some video samples or some audio samples somewhere in this video, in the intro or near the end, and you can hear some of my playing. The drumming over the back is set up through GarageBand, so the guitar playing is all me. I will also put up some pictures of my guitars and my motorbike as well, so you can have a quick look. But yeah, I didn't want to play on video because that wasn't going to end well. I need to practice some more. So I think Andrew and I should get together and have a jam. Again, all these great ideas and things you want to do, but it all takes time, and RC is the most important thing at the moment. my other hobbies really, I wanted an SLR for ages, so I bought myself for my 30th birthday a Canon 60D, and I love that, and a series of lenses. And I can use a camera, don't get me wrong, manual mode, and I can, you know, take some decent pictures, but I haven't got the patience for all the correcting and editing afterwards. So I'd shoot in RAW, do a little bit of editing, and then that's it. So yeah, I was never going to be that great. But I think some people, you've got to have an eye for photographs. Andrew downplays his photography skills. His photography skills are top notch. They really are very, very good. And he's got that eye, you can definitely tell. That comes out in his videos as well. And getting on that subject, our videos, we enjoy the video shooting as much as the RC. We want a YouTube channel that people look at and say, you know, the video is really quite cool, and we want to get better and just improve. We look at other people's videos for inspiration. We've recently moved to doing 4K, but that's obviously very computer intensive, memory intensive, and it just adds a whole nother world. So in that, I bought a Panasonic Lumix GX80 4K with a nice lens. Can't remember what lens I've got on it now, which is bad, isn't it? I should know. I've also got a GoPro Hero 7 Black. Is it 7 Black? Yeah, the top spec one. And I've got a Samsung S7. So we take out loads of cameras when we're shooting, which I think we've done in our vlogs as well. You know, check those out and have a look. And that really is my hobbies, to be fair. Going into RC a little bit, I don't fly planes anymore. I used to fly planes a lot, and I moved from Hartford, where Andrew was, because Andrew moved to Hartford, and then I moved shortly after further away, and it wasn't it wasn't intentional, just timing. We had a little one, and we needed a bigger house, and there were bigger, cheaper houses, and we had some help with childcare. So I moved from Hertfordshire to Bedfordshire, but we still hook up fairly regularly, talk on WhatsApp non-stop, which is great. But we don't hook up as much as we'd like. We've both got full-time jobs and a busy life, so it's a shame, you know, general life gets in the way. But again, I'll reiterate, folks, family's most important, so my wife and child come first, which is the way it should be, definitely. So yeah, the planes, I used to have some sites, because I don't like going to flying clubs. There's nothing wrong with them, but my flying, I want that to be just me, and keep it, you know, no other planes flying around, and do my own thing. So I've always flown legally, been a BFA member. I started with quads, but I found that in the places I fly, even though it was legal and fine, dog walkers and things would start getting funny and start having a moan. So I started flying the planes, and I absolutely loved it. And there was quite a few places I used to go, had some really nice radio gear. And then when I moved where I am now, it's surrounded by small airfields, and there isn't really, despite that, I wouldn't fly near an airfield anyway for obvious reasons, but there's no real appropriate space. So I could just go down, because I work near Hartford, so I could go down there and after work lunchtime and fly, but the Crawlers has taken priority at the moment, and I'm happy with that. But I've still got my planes. I will fly them again at some point. I might even put some footage up if I can find it of me doing some flying. Yeah, I might be able to find it, might not, we'll see. But yeah, I need to get some radio gear, because I sold all my expensive radio gear for Crawler stuff, so that needed to fund it. So I need some cheap radio gear to get back into that. So I guess the last thing to say is what I do for work. Well, I work in environmental health. I have done now for coming on 12 years. I specialise in noise nuisance and air quality. So that basically means air pollution. I work for a council, so they have a statutory responsibility or statutory duty to investigate noise complaints and monitor air quality. So I fell into that just purely by accident, just one of those things. 2014, the year I got married, I did my Institute of Acoustics Noise Diploma, which was my first bit of education since leaving school at 16, and that was hard, all about noise science. That's really tough. And as part of that, I do some contract private work for a friend of mine that owns his own consultancy business, that I do noise monitoring for festivals. So I've done some quite big festivals with some quite, you know, famous artists, all one-off gigs. So that's just noise control to make sure that the festival are complying with local noise level limits on their premises license and enforced by the council. So my job in general with noise nuisance is quite difficult. It can get really quite tough and stressful. People contact me only because they've got a complaint, they want to moan, they're not happy, and yeah, that's fine. Completely understand that. Noise nuisance is a real serious issue, and it can cause real problems and lots of stress, and yeah, it can get quite tough at times. You know, neighbour disputes and things. I do prefer the very large commercial noise complaints. They're kind of more my thing, and I do like working at the festivals. I like working at them more than I do attending, which sounds a bit weird, but you know, it's just the way it is. So that's pretty much me. Motorbikes, photography, videography, and then my children, my child, my wife. That's first, actually. Make sure that comes first. Yeah, and you know, playing guitar, although I don't play as often as I should get back to it. But yeah, that's me. So hope you've enjoyed what you've seen. There's lots of cool stuff coming up on the channel, folks. We've got some really good things coming, and hopefully early next year, I know that's a way away yet, but some new models coming, Andrew and I are always on the lookout for stuff. You know, this hobby, it gets you, and that's it, it's game over. So who am I going to nominate? Well, the first person I'm going to nominate, the chances of her watching this video are very slim. If you know her, or she subscribed to your channel, maybe pass this on so she can see it. It's RC Girl. She's, you know, her videos are superb, very detailed, watch them all the time. So great channel, great work. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, RC Girl, if you could do a vlog for us, that would be fantastic. The next one is Serial Crawler. I've been subscribed to the channel. Very, very good channel. Really like the videos, like the music too. It's, you know, good production. So go check it out. And if you can do a vlog for us, that would be really cool. And then last but by no means least, Kingston RC. Yeah, let's see a vlog from you, because we've shared stickers before. We subscribe to your channel and we check things out that you do. Very good channel, good stuff. So yeah, do a vlog for us, please. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you soon.